Dear ones, I'm going to start by talking about geometry. But my archangel, what does geometry have to do with our history? Well, geometry is all about your history, with a history of the universe. Who has gone deeper, who knows some geometric symbols, knows that they are perfect. Here are some examples. The pentagram is one of them. The pentagram has been used many times, deliberately, in the wrong way, so as to lose the properties it has, and make you believe that it would be an evil symbol. Many today still have this limiting belief in their minds. When they see a pentagram, they immediately think of witchcraft, of malignancy. I can tell you, the pentagram is a very strong symbol. It is the symbol that represents our unity, together with our Father, Mother God. What I mean by this: how many points does a pentagram have? 5. The power of the pentagram comes from the union of 4 archangels, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, and Michael. Thus positioned, the upper point is the ether, it's simply representing the universe. Place the pentagram with one point just pointing upwards. So this tip points to the ether. On the left, from the top, you will have Raphael, on the right Gabriel, at the bottom left, Uriel, and the right Miguel. These 4 archangels have a definite position in relation to the Earth's magnetic poles: Uriel to the north, me to the south, Raphael to the east, Gabriel to the west, forming a perfect cross. Do not associate this cross with the symbol associated with Sananda. This is something else. So, as you can see, there are many symbols associated with beings of light. Who knows the figure of Metatron's cube? In space, it is immensely worked. In a flat way, you see it in a different, a little simpler way. So back to geometry. Everything you have studied in geometry comes through nature. Everything is perfect, they are all exact numbers. Your great scientists who made these discoveries of degrees, circles, angles, all were duly guided so that these concepts were passed on to you. Many have already seen the figure of the man, in comparison to the pentagram, where the head is the upper end of the pentagram, the arms of the star, and the legs, the bottom of the star or the pentagram. The stars are completely circular, but until the light reaches your planet, it is a pulsating glow, so you ended up associating this model as a star. This is a very powerful symbol. It is the symbol that unites us. We have other very powerful symbols, such as the hexagram, the 6-pointed star, which was associated with David and later associated with Judaism, one of the religions on your planet. Why am I talking about symbols here? Because I want to show you that everything in the universe is not done in a disorderly way, nor in a random way. Everything has a shape. Everything has a symmetry. Everything you know exists in the form of a geometric shape. We can say that your planet is almost 100% round, because its upper and lower ends are slightly flattened, due to the magnetic poles. It is as if the Earth had been placed in the middle of a wire, had a wire running through the Earth, and at the ends placed something to hold that ball. So that is flat, but we can say that your planet is round. Each planet orbits this sun. I am not talking about the central sun. I am talking about that sun that you see in your skies, that illuminates your life. Each planet orbits around this sun, with a different orbit, with a different path. Everyone does not follow the same path. Each one has a defined and stipulated path. The farther from the sun, the longer it takes to go around this star. Your planet lasts around what you call 1 year. 365 days at 366, for adjustment. The orbits are not circular, they are elliptical. Then another geometric shape comes. It is not that you created geometric shapes, you learned from what you saw, from nature, and from the teachings that we have been passing through time. Many other symbols are known today, all perfectly arranged. If no one was ever curious, look on your internet for the shape of snowflakes. They are perfectly symmetrical. So everything is symmetry, everything is balance. Do not understand that the balance has to be round or square, perfect shapes. No, balance comes from symmetry, from the total positioning of everything in the universe and everything in their bodies. Perceive your own bodies. Everything is symmetrical. No, you don't have completely equal sides, but what you have on one side is repeated on the other, symmetrically in balance. Everything was done, geometrically speaking. The arrangement of galaxies all revolves around something. Your galaxy revolves around a central sun, in the same way that the Earth revolves around the sun that you see. It is not that our Father, Mother God decided to create something and throw it into space, and let's see where it goes. This is not a game of billiards, in which he plays, and where this planet or this star will end. Everything is very well defined. Everything is very well strategically placed. But why am I saying all this? I am trying to show to you that everything has a purpose, that everything is very well planned, everything is very well studied, before being created by our Father, Mother God. What is the real importance of you knowing a symbol? As I said earlier, the pentagram has immense power, because it represents the union of 4 archangels. For what purpose? Bring balance to a soul. At some point, it doesn't matter where the pentagram is used. I want to make you see the following. Many times, you see certain symbols, certain figures, find it interesting, and start using it to get tattooed with these symbols, much less knowing what they mean. I will draw your attention once again. A figure is the representation of something. So there is power. It is not a simple scratched paper, it has power. So when you like to make flower drawings in your notebooks, make drawings of stars, what do you put there? You put the sweetness of flowers, peace, because flower represents beauty, friendship, love, harmony. Yes, flowers are often used during sadness, in someone's farewell, but their greatest potential is beauty. When you draw a star, you are bringing the light. Indirectly, when you draw a star, you draw the pentagram and bring our strength. What is the difference between you drawing a star and a star surrounded by a circle? There is a difference, because the star is constantly dissipating light. When you draw the pentagram, surrounded by a circle, you are condensing that energy inside that circle, making that star, our representation, much more powerful. So wearing a pentagram on your chest is sure to have Gabriel's balance, Raphael's health balance, my protection, and Uriel's abundance, linked to the whole. I repeat, be very careful what you use, the symbols that you place in your homes, the symbols that you put in your rooms, the symbol that you put on your bodies. Many times you find it cute and you don't know how harmful it can be for you, because it can attract bad energy to you, imbalances. The figure, a drawing, a photo, are not lifeless things, they are not without power. They have power, because they are representing something. Let's talk about the most widespread symbol on this planet, which is the cross of Sananda. Many think it is just an ornament with beautiful shape. It is much, much more than that. It is to say to the universe that there is the representation of Sananda beside you all the time. The Star of David also has its power. Realize that there is a balance there. They are 2 inverted triangles, superimposed on each other, forming a symmetrical star, and of great power, the power of balance. There are many symbols that are spread around, and that you have no idea what they are, and what they are for. I am citing here only a few that are the best known. You have the moon symbol, the cut moon. Never the moon like a ball. What is the moon? The moon is a celestial body that rotates close to its planet, influences the tides on your planet. It has no light of its own. The moon does not emit light. It receives light, so it shines. But it does not emit light. Therefore, there is often a lot of caution with the moon, which is used for certain procedures, certain rituals. I will not be here to exemplify rituals in relation to the moon. But I will tell you that the symbol of the moon is an alternating symbol, in which you are receiving light, then you are receiving shadow. So, it is not a symbol of much balance, to be used constantly. Your own architecture, all those formats that marked the times, were intuited by sacred geometry. And what about geometry in our body? I will tell you that your own primary structure is entirely geometric. Your scientists have already discovered, they have already designed the base of your molecules. The filaments that make up your DNA, which is the basis of everything that exists in your bodies. More geometry. And from there, all your bodies are created, from the union of two cells, which merge and begin to generate a new being, a new outfit. Do souls have representation? How would I draw a soul? How would I draw myself? First, due to my size there would be no way, but since I am pure energy, you can imagine me as a big star, not with just 5 points as you draw, but as a big star, with many points. Imagine the color of crystalline white light, very similar to those lights that you see today. Not the yellow ones, the white ones. It is not the same, but it is very similar. So drawing me would be practically impossible. But thinking about soul, does soul have representation? If everything is geometry, what is soul? The soul is energy. It is an energy with consciousness, just like us, but only with another function, the function of evolution. So she needs to get a costume so she can evolve. How would you draw this soul? Is it a star? Remember, the soul is subdivided into several pieces. Remember the octopus? Exactly, the soul needs to divide, so that it can be in many places at the same time, because only then can it evolve. Otherwise, the soul would always be in the same place, because there would be no one to pull it up. So when the soul is born, when it is created, it is divided, and each piece goes to a dimension, a location, a planet, does not matter. Remember, everything is connected. The soul is not lost, the pieces of the soul are not lost, each one goes his own way. Who controls all this, is your higher self, that controls the path of each little piece. Some of you have heard of Merkaba or Merkaba. This is the representation of the soul. Soul is a whole. So this is the geometric shape that represents the soul. Many are finding this class very confusing today. But no, it is not confusing. I need to talk about symbologies. I need to talk about geometric shapes, so that you understand. Soul will be the subject of our week. Why did you speak of symbols? What does this have to do with soul? Well, everything has to do with the soul, because each symbol of this represents, you will understand. Don't be curious. But my most important message today is this: each and every symbol has power. It has power. Be very careful. Concluding our video for today, let's pray for the week. My Archangel Michael, may my soul be wise, evolved, determined and ready to follow the path of evolution. May every piece of my soul be able to find balance, peace, harmony and the path that will take them to the high dimensions. May my soul always be able to recognize the best way of evolution. I am the Archangel Michael. I am here, showing you exactly everything that you have around you, so that you know exactly how to act, and where to go.